Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to day 2 of our initial sound work that we're playing with our initial sounds to make new words. So today we're going to get started with just a review of listening for initial sound. And something I like to do when I'm listening for the first sound is something called alliteration. Alliteration is a sentence where every word or most of the words have the same beginning sound. So it trains your ear to hear that beginning sound over and over again. So I'm going to read some sentences for you. And I want you to see if you can pick out what letter or sound you hear at the beginning of most of the words. Not every word, but most of the words. Ready? Here we go. Pam painted a pretty picture. So what first sound do you hear most of the time in that sentence? Pam painted a pretty picture. Shout it out. Did you say P? Yes. Pam painted a pretty picture. We hear that P sound at the beginning of most of our words. Good. Here's the next sentence. Ready? Carl crunched the caramel candy corn. These are also called tongue twisters because if you try to say them fast, like 3 times, your tongue will get all tied up and you won't be able to say them. Carl crunched the caramel candy corn. What sound do you hear at the beginning of most of the words in that sentence? Carl crunched the caramel candy corn. Shout it out. Did you say C? Yes, or K. That's a hard one because sometimes that K is a K, but in this case it's a C. Good. Carl crunched the caramel candy corn. Good. Here's our next one. Ready? Harry the horse has heavy hooves. What sound do you hear at the beginning of most of those words? Harry the horse has heavy hooves. Did you say H? Yep, you're right. And here's our last one. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Again, tongue twister. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. What do you hear most of the time at the beginning? Did you say yes? There's 2 times you hear the sh too, but that's later on in the sentence. Good. All right, that was just to get our brains warmed up. Let me move us in a little bit and adjust the camera so you can see my board. Remember, if you don't have a dry erase board and marker, you need one for today. You also need something to erase with, or you can just use your finger. And remember, what we're doing, boys and girls, is we're playing with that initial sound, the first sound that you hear, and we're going to switch it out to make new words. So today's vowel we're going to work with is E. So if you could write E on your board, E says E says E says Make sure you say that with me when we're reviewing because the vowels we know are so tricky, right? And let's have our ending sound be a T. So our chunk today is going to be at. All right? Now remember, if anytime I'm moving too fast, you just push pause, and then you can join me again when you are caught up. So we're going to start today by turning at into what. So what do I need to add to at to make it what? What has to go in that word? What? Go ahead and write it. It's really important, boys and girls, that you're writing with me because that's how it gets stuck in your brain. It's okay if you don't have something to write with to do this, but the best way for your brain to learn this is to be writing along with me. At what? What do I have to add? Let's check. Did you say a W? Yes, a W. What? What? Good. Now I want what to say pet. Like the dog is my pet, or pet the dog. Pet. What do I have to do to turn what into pet? What sound changes? What? Pet. Yes, I have to change that initial sound, that first sound. So what does it have to become if I want it to say pet? Go ahead and write it. Pet. Did you say P? Yes, now this word, let's check it. Pet, pet, and we're sliding through those sounds. Good. Now I want pet to say jet, jet. What do I have to change? Pet to make it say jet. What sound has to change first? Locate the sound that's different. Good, it's the first sound. Jet. What letter do I have to put there now? Did you say J? Very good. Jet. Jet, like an airplane or a jet, fighter jet. All right, now I want to change jet to set. Set. What do I have to change to make jet say set? I have to change my first sound. Good. And now what does it have to be? Set. Write it on your board. Did you say S? Let's check it. Let's slide to the sounds. Set. Set. Yes, good. All right, what if I want set to be bet? Like I bet you can't run all the way around the block 3 times. Bet. What sound has to change? B, b. I have to change that S. What do I have to put there? B, b. Yes, a B. B, et, bet. Now, friends, I'm going to see if you have your thinking caps on because I just want to stretch you a little bit, just a little bit. What if I want bet to say, no, this is hard for you. It is okay because we haven't done this yet, but I'm just, every day, our last one is going to be just a little challenge, just to make our brain grow a little bit. What if I want bet to say Ben? Ben. What sound has to change? It's like a name, except it's a lowercase, but that's okay. Ben. What has to change? Say it. Did you say the ending sound? Yes, the ending sound has to change. So now bet becomes b. What is the letter? Say it. I started writing it. Ben. Ben. Good. B-N. Ben. Very good. And if I want to change it back to bet, what do I need to do? What does this have to? If I want it to say bet again now. Very good. Bet. All right, that's it, boys and girls. These lessons are going to be a little bit quicker this week because it's just playing with sounds and getting you to really hear those sounds and know that how to make new words as we go. Tomorrow, we're going to move on to another word family chunk. And we're going to keep working with word or the initial sound, but like always, I'm going to throw in a challenge at the very end. See if you can keep writing words that have that the et in it all day long. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.